Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridges Grove in 30 Days of Goddess, and I am in the middle of working on my 2023 Kalamundala, which I do have a free class that I will link to below. But anyway, I also wanted to do a quick flip through video of my Winter Magic prayer book, and there is a version of the prayer book with no words, just pages that you can print, available for free in a past Creative Spirit Circle newsletter. So I will link to that below as well. And then the version of the prayer book that has prayers and poems included was created for members of the Goddess Magic community on Patreon, which is patreon.com/goddessmagic. So the blank version is available to everybody. The more filled out version is available to Goddess Magic people. But anyway, I wanted to show you a finished version. For the cover, I used this cute little card from Kelly Lincoln of Dancing Goddesses. There's a little note on the back. And I'm one of her patrons. And then I used a card on the inside from Effie Wild of Moonshine, and I'm one of her patrons, and she has those cards for this year. The back is also another card from her, which I just loved. And then I used a lot of stickers in this one. December is a really busy month for us, as it is for everyone, but also for anyone in retail. And so I didn't necessarily write anything new. I formatted the book this time. I mean, I wrote a lot of new stuff in my 30 Days of Goddess prayer book. Yay, bulging with magic. But I didn't write anything specifically new in this the little mini prayer book. And but I used a lot of my other stuff and a lot of stickers. My kids got me some Christmassy holiday themed stickers, and so I used that. Oh, I was also going to show my lovely cauldron candle from Nikki Wrights, and that is so cute. And then my word of the year goddess is keeping watch tonight as I do a little bit of work and take a little bit of time out from a busy week to kind of reset and vision for the new year. I've been working on my Unravel Your Year planner as well, or my workbook from Susanna Conway. I will link to that as well. If I remember, I put a miniaturized Kalamundala on the back of it too. So I've been working on that book as well. And I really find that helpful. So that was a little side note. Anyway, in this particular edition of the Winter Magic Prayer Book, I left blank pages so it can be a combination of art, your own writings, leftover from 30 Days of Goddess, stickers, whatever, as well as the poems and prayers. So you can have, it's kind of like, a choose your own adventure split between content and blank space, margin, so to speak, to create with. Yep, there's a little note or a little book in this one's pocket. The little mini books the little mini prayer books like this are helpful. They're sized really to fit into kind of a small greeting card or like a thank you note size. And I find them a nice place to use up kind of leftover things sometimes that I have left from my 30 Days of Goddess prayer books. And then I have some graphics left or some other little bits and pieces, and I'll add them to these little seasonal prayer books instead. I do make a seasonal prayer book for really, 4 to 8 times a year for the different holidays for Goddess Magic people and also people who are part of the Creative Spirit Circle newsletter. That is free and available to anybody to join. There's kind of a message that I wanted to remember. In the centerpiece is kind of like the theme of the month, and then I used little extra cutouts from Dancing Goddesses that had come on envelopes and things like that. Like Kelly uses them as her return address labels, and so I'm always got my eyes out for things I can use, and so I snipped them off of return address labels and kept them in here. Coloring page from Joni Ray of Tales of a Kitchen Witch. I'm one of her patrons. I didn't color it, that's okay. Sweet card that came from Carol Gibbs. We did a card exchange in the Creative Spirit Circle, and it was really fun to get cards from people. And then that was a tag from something, I forget. Oops, I think that got glued in by mistake. Anyway, that's supposed to be a pocket. I'll work on excavating my content from the pocket later. And then if anybody saw my various videos and moments of glee, I made a bunch of tiny little books this year to make a tiny book ornament. And then I also made a 30 Days of Goddess, or rather 365 Days of Goddess ornament with miniaturized versions of my logbook covers and prayer book covers and things like that. And they're on craft foam, so you can't really tell, but they're, they're three-dimensional. And I had some leftovers because on the 365 Days of Goddess ornament, I only used the regular prayer book covers, but I had these logbook covers too, so I added those to my little winter magic book. That made me quite delighted and feel quite adorable. So that is it. That is the Winter Magic Prayer Book. So if you are interested in a prayer book keeping practice, but perhaps 30 Days of Goddess feels more involved or complex. It's not meant to be involved or complex. It's really pretty simple at the essence of it, but it can seem like a lot to people, and it can seem like maybe more than you want to commit to. And so often doing a little simple, very free-form, open-ended kind of prayer book space like this can bring some of that devotional flavor of prayer book keeping into your life. Though, of course, you are always invited to join us at 30daysofgoddess.com. The core practice is always free, and there are new printables and resources available every month for you there, as well as a live, simple, and sacred circle in the middle of each month. So anyway, that is my Winter Magic Prayer Book. And again, I will link below where you can get your blank pages, as well as the other resources that I've mentioned in this video. Thanks for being here, and Happy New Year.